right now. Good morning and welcome to our Cut the Christmas Overwhelm Ninja Skill Booster. For those that haven't joined us before, these are very short, fast-paced sessions with some really cool little tips and techniques that can really help you focus your productivity and your well-being. And today we're going to focus specifically on ensuring that we get ready for our break coming up, if most of us are taking a break over Christmas, and setting up for the new year. As I mentioned, there is a little cheat sheet in the chat box. I'm hoping that you guys can see that now. Please let me know if it's not there and I will upload it again. It's maybe taking just a little bit of time to upload, but I will send that to you again after the session so that you have that. My name is Julie Jones. Awesome, thanks Michelle, it's there. I am a productivity ninja with Think Productive, and we adore, love, are passionate about everything to do with productivity and well-being, and we love talking about it. So please get in touch. Just take a screenshot of my details. I would love to keep in touch with you, and yeah, if you have any questions, if you need any further help, we're here for you. You can also follow us on our Facebook page, Think Productive Australia, and at Instagram on at Productivity Ninja AU. You'll find lots of little tips and techniques through the month. We just post a few times a week just to give you some little extra tips and techniques. So feel free to join us there as well. At Think Productive, we are on a mission. We have a vision to help everybody love Mondays. I know that sounds really crazy, but with the right productivity techniques, the right focus on our well-being, it's really possible to get through the weeks without this sense of overwhelm and feeling of burnout. Most of our programs that we run are based on, at least to start with, on our wonderful book by Graham Olcott called Productivity Ninja. Graham wrote the book about 13 years ago, and we've been running workshops here in Australia for about the last 6 or 7 years. And we love to talk to you about productivity. So please keep in touch, as I mentioned. I'm going to focus on 3 key things today. Our whole program is based on our wonderful little ninja characters. And these ninja characteristics represent different areas of productivity, as some of you may already know. I'm going to focus on harnessing 3 key ninjas today that can really help you to shine through this period of, getting everything organized, ready for Christmas, both on a work and a personal front, and getting ready to have a break so that we can get there without feeling completely exhausted and we can actually enjoy the time we have away. So I'm really keen to do that with you today, harnessing the right ninjas. And we're going to do a few little exercises that will help you to prepare and plan for your January, to return to work, but also to prepare for a restful break. So I'm going to do some really cute little exercises. And the handout that I've given you looks a bit like this. And it's got some space. If you can print it out right now, that's great. But if not, just scribble down on some paper. So grab a pen and paper, and I will be able to just share with you those techniques, and we'll do a few little exercises. Liz is having some problems with sound. Liz, I'd just suggest quickly jump out and jump in again. It might just be that your computer needs to just reset. That sometimes happens with sound. So this is the little handout. There are 5 tips on the handout. I'm going to give you 1 bonus tip today. So we're going to do 6 tips, but I'm going to really focus in on each of these in a little bit of detail and give you some time to really think about them. Okay, the 3 key ninjas I want you to think about harnessing are our Zen-like calm ninja, and I'm going to take you through each of these. You're going to find out a little bit more about each one. Zen-like calm ninja, we're going to spend quite a bit of time in preparedness ninja, making sure that we really get well prepared for our time ahead in the next few weeks, and our mindfulness ninja. Mindfulness ninja is one that we often let slip when we are feeling stressed and we've got so much on and we've got lots to do, but it's so important because it supercharges our productivity again. So very important to think about our mindfulness ninja. First thing I want you to think about with Zen-like calm ninja though is a little technique that we talk about a lot. So I apologize if you've seen it before, but we're going to do a slight variation on this one today. When we get to that sense of just there's so much going on in our heads, we're a little overwhelmed because there are just so many things to do. It's really important to do what we call a brain dump. Now, this is different to a brainstorm where we're creating more ideas. This is about getting everything out of your head, all that clutter, all of the thoughts, all of the things that are racing around in your head that are stopping you from thinking well. Okay, we want to make sure our prefrontal cortex, our thinking brain, is in best condition for doing the actual work. So it's really important to give it the best possible opportunity to do that. So a brain dump, I'm going to get you to focus and do a little brain dump right now based on 2 key areas. So today, I would love for you to do a brain dump thinking about, for the next 3 weeks or so, just before Christmas, what do I need to focus on? And I'm going to give you 3 minutes. I'm going to time it. I'm going to give you 1.5 minutes on the work stuff and 1.5 minutes on the home personal stuff if you want to divide up the time. But when you start to dump down, you'll find that those areas there's lots of thoughts in there on all of them. So they'll all come out. They may not come out in order. Okay, don't beat yourself up with that. Just let it come out. Put it all down on paper. You can just scribble it down on the cheat sheet if you have that. Or you can pop it down just on a piece of paper, or you can do what that guy was doing on his head on the previous slide, on little pieces of paper, little sticky notes, or just tear up some scraps of paper, get everything out. Once we have it all out, we can start to organize. We can start to sift through what's there. What are we thinking about? What have we got to get done? What are we worrying about? What do we need time on? And we can start to prioritize. So I'm going to time you. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. And I'm going to prompt you at 1.5 minutes to think about each of those areas in a little bit more detail. So here we go, 3 minutes. I'm timing you. Starts now. Here's another 1.5 minutes. I would love for you to just keep going. You may find you stop for a little while and then you need to start again when more thoughts come into your head. So please just keep on going. Everything that's in there, just get it out. Think about what needs to be achieved before you leave the office. And think about what happens when you leave the office, or what you need to do before you get to that place of having a break. What do I need to do at home? What are the personal things I need to plan for? The social events, the organising around kids, the organising around family. And that is 3 minutes. I would love to know in the chat box how that was for you. Surprising how much came out. A little overwhelming, some may say. But I'd love to know, how was that? 3 minutes, you can actually do a lot in 3 minutes, can't you? All about personal, no work. Thanks, Kate. Yes. More than you thought, Julia. Yes. It's quite amazing how much we hold in our heads. And we do try to separate the work from the personal stuff. Yeah, a bit scary, Liz. Yeah, there's so much there. Yeah, and Fiona, good to get it out of your head. Yes, awesome. So I'd really encourage you to, after the session, look through your list. I'm going to give you some other little techniques and some tips to start organizing some of this stuff in a second. Yeah, lots of overwhelm, all mixed together. Yes, but spend some time with those lists. Think about which ones you need to prioritize when. And we'll talk about how we can plan the next few weeks in a second, how we can organize all of this information, all of the tasks, all of the thoughts, and get them into some sort of shape. Great, good job, well done. We've done our first little technique. I would also really encourage you guys to think about this wonderful process, which is, oops, sorry, my little video is not working. I'll get that to click and work. Hopefully it's going to work for me. Is to think about, how am I going to get all of this done? Firstly, stop and breathe. There's a little bit of mindfulness coming in, and we're going to come back to this, but breathe, okay? When we breathe, we re-engage our prefrontal cortex. And I want you to think about another really important technique that we teach in our programs, which is about boss thinking. Now, this is when we are engaging the part of our brain that helps us to plan, prioritize, and focus on the right things. Boss thinking is a concept that came from Peter Drucker, an amazing management consultant back in the 1950s. He was kind of deemed the grandfather of modern management consulting. And he talks about needing two kinds of thinking, the boss thinking and then the worker mode, when we go and get the work done. For this exercise, we really need to focus on lots of boss thinking, lots of planning and organizing. And if you don't think you have enough time for this, you need to do more of it. You will find it pays dividends. I want to share with you again, this is another technique that we've talked about in some of our Ninja Skill Boosters, the daily boot up or daily checklist. Do this process every day. It takes only 5 or 10 minutes out of your day, first thing in the morning, to prioritize, to plan ahead. Okay, so very quickly, daily checklist. This helps us to get that Zen-like calm happening again, but it is also part of Preparedness Ninja. We look at whether we have carryover from yesterday, and we update what we call a second brain. Every ninja needs a good second brain. This is a place where we store all of this stuff, our to-do lists, our calendar, our filing systems. All of these areas are really important. We choose 5 priorities for the day. Now, I know that there's a lot of overwhelm with that brain dump we just did. Which are the priorities that we need to set out of that list for today? We can clearly go through, we can clearly structure what needs to be done now, what can be done next week, what can be done the week after, and we can plan that now. We can start to organize and structure our days according to the key things, the big rocks that we need to focus on, rather than all the little pebbles and the bits of sand. We can really focus on the big stuff. We also plan at this stage when we're going to go dark to get the big stuff done. Very important to make sure that we're going to get to that big stuff. We block out time in our diary. We can even make up fake meetings with ourselves if we need to. We make time for that stuff. We also look ahead. We do, the next couple of days ahead, what's in my second brain, what's going to come up that I need to prepare for, so that we're not kind of blindsided. We look at what we're resisting. Where do we need help? Do I need to go talk to someone? Do I need a meeting? Do I need to just pick up the phone and have a chat with someone to get some stuff done? We also need to check in mindfully with ourselves. How do I feel today? Am I feeling on fire? I've got lots of energy. I'm going to get stuff done. Or is it a bit of a struggle today? Let's just tackle stuff that's manageable. And you'll see number 5 again. I keep talking about this one whenever we do skill boosters around emails, is we process our emails last in this. We don't take up our good thinking space with processing emails. We do this first. We set our priorities, and then we go to our inbox so that we can make space for the things that matter. So that's our daily boot up. Really encourage you to do this every single day, 5 or 10 minutes. You'll get such a sense of achievement at the end of the day when you've actually achieved those big 5 things that you needed to get through. So really practice this one. It's important for you to do this. Now, number 3, I'm going to give you some time to do this one as well. This is really important as well, is to prepare for January now. So thinking ahead, all of those things that I know are not a priority before Christmas, when am I going to get those done into the new year? And what am I going to do to make sure that I'm ready for the new year. One of the key things we need to do right now, though, sorry, I've got myself out of order, is to do your out of office, okay? So I'm going to give you time for this, though, right now. Oops, where's my little build? It's not there. I'm just going to get you to think about, if you can just quickly flick out to your inbox, to your Outlook, to your Google account, wherever your emails are, you can set this out of office up now. I would really encourage you to think about pre-filling it so it's ready to go. Okay, you can do this right now. I'll give you a couple of minutes to do it. Is to ensure that it contains all the relevant information about when you're leaving, when you're back, and expectations around any maybe emergency cover if you need that for your role. Write this in your out of office now. Now, you don't have to turn it on right now, but what you can do is put in your diary for the last day that you're in your office, a little meeting with yourself just for a couple of minutes that says turn on out of office, because that's often we run out the office and we forget to do that. So I'm just going to give you 2 minutes. Just please go and pop on your out of office message. Get it ready. Okay, prepare it now. Any questions, thoughts on this, please feel free to pop in the chat box. Love to know how you're going. So yeah, I'm just going to do maybe 1 minute on that. I think 1 minute will be plenty of time. Just get this thinking done, get the out of office ready, and then you don't have to sit and spend time on the last day doing that. I have to remember it, Kate, yes. So if you're in Outlook, Outlook has been a little bit quirky with us lately. They've changed and updated their Office suite. It used to be literally automated messages. If you can see that in your file settings, you'll be able to just go and do that. Otherwise, you have to set up a rule to establish your out of office so that if anyone writes to you, it will send them an out of office. In Google, in Gmail, again, that's really straightforward. Is just go to the settings button, the little cog at the top, go to all settings, and on the very front page, at the bottom of that page, you will see the ability to set up some out of offices. So yeah, I would give you an opportunity to do that. Okay, that's a minute. So hopefully you've got at least some of that done and diarised. So please put in your diary now on the last day to remember to turn that on. And as we start thinking more about January, I would really encourage you to think about what we need to put in place for an easy return. Yeah. How is your diary looking for January? Is it already looking cluttered? Again, use your boss thinking to plan your return. This will help you to feel that Zen-like sense of calm return, and you'll be able to go on break feeling good. You'll be able to go on break knowing that it's not going to be a crazy restart to the new year. You know, we've had enough craziness in 2021. We want 2022 to be a good space. Yeah, an easy space where we know that we can be super productive and we can take good care of ourselves and our teams as well. So please make sure, I'm just going to give you 3 minutes now. I'm going to just set the timer. 3 minutes to think about January. Plan in your diary. So pop out of the presentation now and just go to your diary. What do I need to plan for January? Okay, 3 minutes is underway, so I'm going to just give you some time to think. On the cheat sheet, you'll see a few things there that I've prompted you with. So doing your boss thinking, as I've mentioned, reviewing your diary, plan some quiet time. Can you put some meetings with yourself in your diary for January so that when you come back, it's just not all full of stuff, that you've got some space to breathe and set things up again, to review your inbox, to spend maybe, you know, an hour processing your inbox the day you get back. Plan for it now. another just over a minute to go. Think about also planning the fun stuff. So when we have a break, we think about going back to work, we're just thinking work, but how do you keep some balance there? Can you plan for the things that you love to do in January? Can you be ready for that? We have obviously Australia Day, we have a long weekend coming up towards the end of January. So, you know, it doesn't have to be all work and no play in January. How do we prepare for that as well? What do I need to think about organising now for January? Is the public holiday on the 26th? I am just checking my diary. Does it tell me my calendar? I think it might be the 24th, the Monday. They might pull it forward so it's a Monday, Tuesday for the public holiday. Oh, sorry, no, because that's the 26th is Australia Day. 25th is my stepson's birthday. Oh, that's our 3 minutes. I would have to check that for you, Fleur. I'll do that after the session. Okay, time to be mindful. We've done lots of preparedness, Ninja. We've done lots of getting ready. Oh, thanks, Julia. Google says it's just the 26th. Yeah. Okay, awesome. It's time to be mindful. If we're rushing, we're still feeling that we're rushing with all of those last minute things that we need to do, it's really important to stop and take a minute to breathe. And I would just encourage you guys, just look at the graphic on the screen, close your eyes if you'd like to, but think about managing your stress during this period. Stress is a huge issue, okay, for our physical body, for our mental acuity, for getting stuff done. Stress stops our prefrontal cortex working, and our little amygdala, that reptile brain we talk about a lot, it takes us off track. It stops us thinking well. It stops our thinking brain from working properly. So it's very important to take just a couple of moments, even if you stop and just take 3 deep breaths, you will find that you can control the amygdala. The amygdala gets switched off when we do this, especially when we do the big diaphragmatic breaths. What happens when we push our diaphragm down, when we take a really full breath, is it activates our parasympathetic nervous system, which means that it stops that amygdala working and it re-engages our prefrontal cortex. So it's really important just to think about breathing. Just encourage you, keep the cheat sheet on your desk and just have that little icon there that's on the bottom of the sheet saying breathe. Just remember to breathe. It is so important for our physiology, for our productivity, as I've mentioned, and to ensure that we get to the holiday without feeling completely frazzled and burnt out. So I'd really encourage you to just ensure every so often during the day that you're planning on breathing. I know that when I was in corporate for many years, I would feel that really shallow breath. You would feel that you're not taking full breaths. And that's a really big problem because we are not oxygenating our brain. We are not keeping on top of our stress responses. So really important to breathe. And our last little exercise that I want to give you today is to just take a moment for you to think about what a restful break, not a breastful break, a restful break looks like for you. Okay, what does this mean for you? Jane, sorry, the cheat sheet, I have loaded it into the chat box. I'm going to load it again whilst you do this exercise so that you can download it. And also we'll email this to you as well. Oh, wonderful, finishing your book. That's wonderful. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes again just to do some thinking on restfulness. How are you going to have a restful break? What are you going to plan for now to be restful? So I'm just going to upload the cheat sheet again so that you have it. It's just going to take a little minute just to upload into the chat box, and you should be able to see it there shortly. So yeah, what am I going to do? This is our bonus tip, tip number 6. It's not on the cheat sheet, but I would love to encourage you guys to think about this one. We talk about this in light of Preparedness Ninja as well. When I prepare for rest, when I ensure that I'm getting good sleep, I'm getting restful moments, I'm getting time to do the things I love, this recharges our batteries. It helps us to feel amazing. And so we come back to work feeling rested. We come back to work feeling excited and engaged to be there. So yeah, 2 more minutes. What does a restful break look like for you? What can you plan for right now? Okay, we are very much coming to the end of our session. That's 3 minutes. Isn't it amazing how much we can do in 3 minutes? And sometimes it seems to go very fast, and sometimes we just can get in the zone. So we have prepared you hopefully for a calmer December and a wonderful return to work in January. Remember to harness those ninjas. So the Zen-like calm ninja, doing our boss thinking and our brain dumps regularly can help to just get rid of the overwhelm and start us focusing again. Think about the boss thinking though, really making sure we're planning to tackle the priority tasks rather than just everything, and making sure you're planning that balanced approach of work and personal stuff. We've prepared a little bit for January 2022, and we've also prepared for a restful break. I'd very much encourage you after this session, just take a few extra minutes and make sure that you're looking through those notes and seeing that you've transferred things to your calendar, that you've really planned ahead. And just keep your cheat sheet near you if you can print it out. Wonderful. Thanks, Kate. Have a wonderful break too. If you would like to chat to us about any of our other workshops that we run, would love to chat to you. So please let me know. We've got a lot of exciting things happening in the new year. We have a brand new combo workshop, which is actually setting your sticky goals, setting up a vision and vision boarding for your teams, and then moving that into action with some really cool project planning tools. So if you'd like to know more about that, please get in touch. And just as a last reminder, I would also love for you guys, I'm going to just post this into the chat box. Nope, not that one. I'll have to just recut that one for you. I'll send it to you in the email. Is on our website, on our free resources page, is book in for our 2 Ninja Skill Boosters coming up in January. In January, on the 12th of January, we've got the wonderful Lisa Hodgson coming. I saw Lisa's on the call, actually. Lisa Hodgson is coming to talk to us about decluttering. So that's going to be a really awesome one. She is a specialist in this area, and she's going to help us to declutter for productivity. And then on the 19th of January, we're going to be doing a New Year Kickstart. So please feel free, put those in your diary now. Another plan ahead step is making sure that you have access to those Ninja Skill Boosters. They are wonderful ways to just keep in your tips regular. I will email out all of those things to you guys in the next email that you get from us. So wishing you a very Merry Christmas. I am going to stay on the line to see if there are any questions. But please feel free to head off into your day, and hopefully feeling a little calmer. So thank you so much. Thanks for all the wonderful comments in the chat box. Merry Christmas to you all from all of us at Think Productive. And we look forward to seeing you in January. We are going to take a break from around the 17th, and we'll be back in the office around the 10th of January. But you'll see that in our out of office as well. So please keep in touch, and we look forward to working with you in the new year. Have a wonderful day.